Okay, sorry to interrupt this problem with a break in the video. Back to the problem. We are in the process of finding the probability of cat or dog using the formula. Remember, we already decided that it was 24 out of 31 by just counting. So let's make sure. We've already calculated all of these probabilities in parts B, C, and D. So we have 13 over 31 plus 16 over 31 minus 5 over 31. And if you put that in the calculator, you do indeed end up with 24 over 31. So good. We've worked it both ways now. So moving down to number 3. Now for this question, it matters whether the house has a boy child or a girl child. So what's the probability the household owns a dog? Well, all we have to do is count all the dogs. And that includes the ones where the household has both a dog and a cat. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 total households that do have a dog. So 16, remember that's out of 31. So what's the probability that the household has a female child? So we need to count all the female children. So remember, the females are the letters that I've written in red here. So we have, and let's see, I will make a little blue check mark as I count them. So we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And remember, we can't forget about the neithers because 2 of those are girl children. So 14, 15, I think. I better recount. Yes, 15. So we scroll back to the problem and we have 15 out of 31. Okay, now, what's the probability the household has a dog and a female child? So we need to count all the dogs that are female. So, where the child is female. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the red D's. And then we have 3 in the category of own both, which remember that's owning a dog. So that's 8 total. So that's 8 out of 31. So the probability that the household has a dog or a female child. So again, we could count like we did the first time. We would count all the dogs plus all the female children. So if we count all the dogs, that's everything within the dog circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then since we also need to include girl children that are not dog owners, we have to count the red letters that are within the cat circle, but not in the overlap, plus the ones that are in the neither category. So we had 16 of the dogs, and then 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 23 out of 31. And remember, we could do the same thing by, I'm going to go up here because I just don't have enough room. So P of dog or girl, child, is probability of dog plus the probability of a girl minus, and I'm going to write this down here, the probability of dog and girl. So again, we figured out all those probabilities. So if we use them, we have 16 over 31 plus 15 over 31 minus 8 over 31, which is 23 over 31. So now, let's take the information from the Venn diagram and make what we call a contingency table. So a contingency table is just a way of organizing this in chart form. So I'm going to say we have boy children and we have girl children. And then we're going to put the type of pets across the top. So for pets, we have cats, we have dogs, and we have both, and we have neither. So we'll just make a little chart here. Okay, so if we just count, we have 3 households with cats and a boy child, 6 households with dogs and a boy child, 2 households with both, and 5 households with neither for the boys. For the girls, we have 5 with cats, 5 with dogs, 3 with both, and 2 with neither. Okay, sometimes they're nice and they'll give us the totals, like the example I used in the notes. But if they don't, we can do it ourselves. We just make a total column, and we can make a total row. And so what we do is we add down the columns. So the total number of cat-owning households, only cats, is 8. The total number of dogs only is 11. Total number of both is 5. And the total number of neither is 7. We can also do the same thing for the rows. So the total number of boys is 16. And the total number of girls is 15. Now, if we add the total column and we add the total row, we should end up with the same thing both times, which is 31, and you can check that in the calculator. And note, down in this bottom right corner, that is our sample size N. Okay, that's it for the activity. I hope you did it and you enjoyed it. I always think it's more fun to actually, do things than to just sit here and do problems, which this was still doing problems. I shall see you in the 5.3 videos.